good day, depending on like when you're actually going to be watching this. So this month, we're going to do a little mindful meditation kind of practice, and just want to actually connect with not just our emotions, not just our body. We just want to connect with everything that we are, everything that is around us. So if you can do this outside, fantastic. I'm not sure I could do it just yet outside. It's still a bit wet on the grass, and it's not really nice where I am right now. But if you can, I think that could be good. If you can have your hands like on the grass, it could be very, very beneficial. The reason, in the Hindu philosophy, like hands, the way we touch and the way we connect, is seen as having a lot of power. There's like strengthened connections between the body and the mind. So that's what we in yoga, we do a lot of mudras. We do a lot of hand gestures to really connect, especially when we meditate or when we have some of our breathing work, breath work even. So it has been shown, actually, there's research that shows that each part of our body reacts different way and are connected in kind of activates different areas of the brain. So now if we want to look at it from more of an Indian tradition, your thumb is where the fire resides. Then you have the air on your index finger, I believe ether, space, and the middle finger, then earth and water on the little finger. And in the palms of your hands is your mind, which controls all of these different elements. Okay, so I invite you during this short practice to really connect with that, that flow of our energy connected with each of the senses, each of the elements, and our mind that is kind of like in the center of it all right? And so what we want to do here is not to actually give ourselves a headache and overthink it. What we're actually looking is to let our energy flow through all of these elements and all through our body and mind. Okay, so what I invite you to do, as mentioned, need a little space. We're going to lay down. So if you can lay down, honestly, even on your sofa, you don't have to have a mat, you don't have to have a rug or be on the floor. You can even keep your socks. I don't, because I do like, and actually it's up to you, but I do like, same as the hands, I do like the feet kind of touching and grounding. So it's completely up to you. But what we're going to do, find a space on your back. All right. And then we're going to lengthen our legs for a moment, arms each side of the body, palms facing up. Just being here, breathing deeply, just letting your breath become deeper, heavier, longer. And that might mean that as you inhale, you bring more air in your body. Just see if you can bring more air in your body. And then when you release, just releasing it slowly. Just take your time. Okay, so we're not looking for a deep inhale and a quick outburst of an exhale. More of a gentle release of the air. And as we connect with the surface underneath you first and foremost. So you might want to turn your palms facing down for a moment, spreading your fingers and really touching the ground or your sofa, whatever, your bed, whatever is underneath you, touching. Spreading the fingers and maybe even remembering the elements I mentioned. Fire on the thumb, air on your index finger, ether on your middle finger, earth on your ring finger, and water on your little finger. Palms pushing down your mind, controlling all elements flowing in your body. And then we want to actually start get the flow in our body. So we're going to start with the breath first and foremost. You can keep that connection with, the ground, that pushing, palms facing down. You can bring your hands on top of your belly, whatever feels good right now. Just for a couple of moments, let's get a bit more connection with the breath as we inhale through the nose, pushing the air down through your throat, your lungs, maybe even to your belly. And exhaling gently through the mouth. Couple of rounds. Last one. And then we'll add a tiny movement. So we're going to bring the right knee to the chest. Interlacing fingers around the knee. Bring the knee close to the chest. Shoulder stays down. Left leg is lengthened. And we're going to continue with our deep breath. So inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. And again, just 2 more breaths. And last one. Keeping your left hand on top of the knee, relaxing your right arm down. Going to bring the knee towards the left. Keeping your shoulders down, we're coming into gentle twist. Staying here, 3 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Next breath, we come back gently to center. I'm going to slowly swap, bringing your left knee first to the chest, and then bringing your right leg down. Squeezing the knee close to the chest, shoulders down. Same here, 3 deep breaths. As your next inhale, right hand on top, left arm is down and relax. Let's bring the knee to the right. Same here, keep your shoulders down. Bring the knee as far as feels good. And again, 3 deep breaths. On the next inhale, slowly bring your knee back. Bringing both knees together to the chest, a little side to side. Okay, coming back to center, we're going to bring our feet back down, and then we're going to bring them apart. So keeping the knees together, stepping the foot each kind of like on the side, so that there is better. If you're on a mat, easy, edges of the mat. If you're not, we just want to actually have the feet a bit further away than your legs. Okay, so that space between your feet is bigger than actually your legs in between. Your knees are together. Hands again can come back on top of your belly, or alternatively, maybe one on your belly, one of your chest. Relaxing your shoulders. And here for a moment, setting an intention. It can be an intention for the day. It can be an intention for the day ahead, or like tomorrow, or later today, or even for next week. Depending on when you're actually practicing this, just setting an intention that is for, appropriate for the time that you're actually doing this practice, basically. And it can be that something is going on in your life, either something upsetting you that you need to let go, or something about to start, something about to end. It can be something that you're wishing, whatever it might be, setting your attention. It could be about, letting less anger in your life. How would you actually set this intention? Maybe I will not let myself influenced by external behaviors. Maybe I will breathe deeper, more. It could be very related, it could be non-related, it could be specific or not. Just see if there's an intention coming to your mind. It might not be exactly what you hoped it would be. See if you can accept that intention just as it is. Now noticing with your hands on your belly, maybe even on your chest, spreading the fingers, letting your hands rest, noticing the energy flowing. You might even pick a little kind of warmth between the palms of your hands and the skin and the material of your clothes. Might feel, maybe it's the warmth, maybe it's kind of the heaviness a little. You can feel that your hand is connecting with these parts of your body, letting the energy flow throughout. And I'm going to bring our arms each side again of our body, palms facing up. I'm going to just move our knees to the side, to right and then left. I'm just gently going side to side. Bring awareness to your hips. Just want to give a little mobility to our legs. Just a little something. Whether you're doing this in the morning, midday, or in the evening, it's always nice to have a little kind of check in with the body. Bring yourself back in the moment, right here, right now. And so as we come back to center, bring our knees again together, hands on top of the belly, or one on top of the chest. This time, I invite you to ask yourself, how am I feeling? You've just had an intention coming, it could be something surprising, something your mind just pushed to you, something maybe that you really, was intentional about. So let now your body, your mind, your heart just giving you a moment and telling you how you're feeling. How are you feeling physically? How are you feeling mentally? How are you feeling emotionally? Don't overthink it. Just let any words, any pictures, any sensations arise. And then as they do, acknowledge them and just let them drift by. We don't need to attach anything to these. We're just being aware, becoming aware of the way we're feeling, physically, mentally, and emotionally. All right. And slowly we're going to come into kneeling for a moment. So in a way that feels best for you, you might want to bring your knees to one side, slowly pushing. Some of you will want to rock to sitting. If you rock, rock gently. All right, we're going to come onto our knees. If kneeling is not your good, if that's not going to work good for you, come into your bottom. It's fine. We're going to bring our arms towards the back of our body, interlacing fingers. And here we want a bit of a chest opening. So we're going to push our hands down, squeezing shoulder blades, lifting the chest. And then gently release, bringing chin to chest slowly, shoulders forward. Shoulders back, we're going to do that again. Down. And releasing. Last one when you're ready. And down, chest rising. And release. Now bring our arms forward, interlacing fingers here. Remember connections with our fingers and the way they actually interact with our brain differently. Just can you bring that in mind again? We're not doing anything, any specific or big, techniques. Here we're interlacing fingers, connecting our fingers together. Can you do that intentionally, mindfully? And then when you're ready, as your next inhale, we're going to bring our hands up. Chest is lifting here. And then rounding the back chin to chest. And then we go again and up. And down. And last one, up. And down. Lovely. Releasing. Bring again hands to the back of your body. And this time, we're going to bring our hands towards the right as far as you can. And you might come right to the side. Sorry, like my top I can see. It's very pale, like my skin, but it's coming here to the side. And now with this elbow that's kind of like going, outside, we're breaking in. So you bring your elbow, your right elbow in. You might feel some stretch there. Breathe. Feel the connection with your hands, the interlacing fingers, the palms together. The elements in your brain, the elements in you, not just your mind, working together. All right. Then very gently releasing your elbow, slowly bringing your hands to the other side. And notice how your elbow goes out, just naturally. And then bringing the elbow in. The palms squeezing one another. Breathe. And then gently release. Slowly bring yourself into sitting position that feels good for you. You want to lengthen the legs, a little wiggle. You might be comfortable coming into cross-legged, whatever works best. We'll finish here with our alternative nostril breath. So we're going to get that sensation of using our fingers. And the reason we're going to finish with alternative nostril breath is to actually get a little balance. Balance in our yin and a yang, our male and our female. Balance in our energy, going one way, one side and the other. Just balance in general. But also what is great is while using your hands and focusing on your fingers, your mind is here. Your body is here. Every part of your being is here. All right, so something to, add to your practice, whether it's daily, weekly. It can be beneficial to do this on a regular basis if you can. Whether it's this breath work or there's plenty we'll kind of go through together. But let me know if this doesn't work for you and you need something that is different. We can always kind of like have a quick chat together. All right, so we're going to take one of the rare times that I don't actually mirror. All right, so we're all going to take our right finger. Okay, so our right finger is going to be the one playing with us for a moment. So we're going to have our index and middle finger coming in between our eyebrows. And then let me come a little closer to you. So index and middle finger in middle of the eyebrows. And then your ring finger is going to open and close the left nostril. Your thumb's going to do the same with the right. Now we're going to really relax our shoulders. And then when you're ready, finishing the current breath completely. And as you before your next inhale, closing the left nostril. Let's take a deep inhale through the right nostril. When you come to the top, closing the right nostril, opening the left, and let's exhale through the left. And then inhale through the left. Closing the nostril, opening the right, and exhaling through the right. And again, inhaling through the right. Closing the right, opening the left, and exhaling through the left. Going to continue in our own pace for a few moments. Remember, we exhale through one side, we inhale there, and then we move. So you can continue with this practice for as long as feels good. But for the time being, we are going to stop. And so whenever you feel like stopping, you don't have to stop at the same time as me, but whenever you feel like stopping, making that your last exhale is through the left nostril. And then when that is, as you finish your exhale, releasing your right hand, letting your breathing come back to its natural pace. Again, you don't have to stop straight away with me right now. It's just as the video is going to stop in a moment. You can continue and really get into that practice for a few minutes more, even a little longer than that. Just making sure that you finish with the left nostril out. And that's just really to finish. We started on one side, we finished the other side. As you let your breathing coming back very gently, really noticing the way you're breathing here. Sensation in your nostrils, sensations in your throat, your lungs. All right. And this completes our monthly session for April.